Greetings, humans. This is Josh, and you are watching Guitars Ruin Lives. I missed it by a day. Yesterday was the 44th anniversary of Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. That is the debut record of the band that would come to be known as Rainbow. Was originally going to be known as Rainbow, but they knew because Blackmore had the profile that they needed to put his name in the name of the band. First cut is The Man on the Silver Mountain, and can you say about that song? You need to hear it. If you haven't heard it, it should be more famous. The iconic riff is played in his iconic style. Open, sparse, punchy, loud, and in stacked fourths, inverted power chords. What I mean by that is instead of, which, for better or for worse, would become a staple of, metal and hard rock and doing this. You can do anything with stacked fourths. So here is the riff, sorta, kinda. I still can't play it right. As simple as it is, I can't play it right, and that's part of Blackmore's genius. Freaking righteous is that? So it's just all in this like straight up blues rock, kind of like dad rock sort of sound. You can imagine. It's kind of Delta. It's kind of Mississippi. It's almost a ZZ Top, right? But then you get. Stairway thing. You get them going down to the minor sixth, the sixth chord in the key. Just think, if that's too much theory for you, just take the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, play the chord. And I say stairway because that would be, if we were in the key of G. Because he sets it all up without getting to the minor sixth, which is the drama chord. If anybody was watching my content yesterday in my story, I said there's only two kinds of notes: question notes and answer notes. That's an oversimplification, but it's also true. So in this case, he had a lot of answer. It's all very stable sounding. Keep going back to that G. And again, it sounds so freaking righteous because it's in that inverted power chord. It's so open, so sparse, but with that incredibly loud, not very distorted except through the volume, that incredibly loud Marshall power chord sound. You get all the harmonics, so you're getting the whole chord implied. He never uses the middle pickup. Shame on me. Which I haven't worked out yet. But all the things that became the cornerstones of metal, guitar playing, Blackmore was doing them all. He did all of it, right? So I have a huge hero in Randy Rhoads. I've got other heroes who are not at all in metal. Dwayne Allman is enormous for me. Robert Fripp, who really is a bigger part of metal than a lot of people probably realize. Robert Fripp of King Crimson. And then I've got, more blues rootsy players and bluegrass players, Taj Mahal in the blues and world music world, Ry Cooder in the blues Americana, country, world music world, all that shit. But Ritchie Blackmore really should be talked about more. And whenever people talk about him, they just want to talk about his personality, which is like, who cares? Who cares? I'm talking about guitars. He's apparently a strong personality, all right? It's easy to talk about, but it's not interesting. This is interesting. The other thing he did, which I'm adamant about, is he used the slide in a hard rock and metal context. We need to make the slide metal again. And of course there's a few iconic things with slide that aren't him, namely when I think of the introduction to No More Tears. I don't even know what key that's in. That ain't right at all, but something like that. That's just to say there are other people using it, but not many. All right, so let's bring the slide back. And he would do, like on the Temple of the King. I can't do it. Even if I had practice, I can't. His intonation is perfect. Yngwie got a lot of his inspiration from Ritchie, and that's not just the neoclassical stuff, it's intonation and vibrato. And Ritchie actually had his vibrato under control, so it wasn't these crazy whole step and minor third bends like Yngwie does. Just beautiful, musical. Freaking awesome. That's it. That's not a very stupendous or momentous note to end on. So let's do this again and hear what it sounds like on a neck pickup, because I can't even tell. The recording, it's bright and biting like a bridge pickup, but it's so big and boomy that you feel like it's a neck pickup, but I think it's because it was so effing loud. Yeah, it's great. So they're in G minor, and then modulate to D. Come down with fire. Lift my spirit higher. Someone screaming my name. That's all still in the D minor, right? So the 3 chords, or the 4 chord. 6 chord. Yeah. Someone screaming my name. Then to the 4. And now they've modulated back to the G, but you don't know it yet, so it sounds like this fucked up tritone chord. Minor second. Sounds like a minor second. comes screaming my name. Then we go to, that's as if we come back to G. And then we go to the minor 6 in G, the E flat, but your ear was still in D. And all of a sudden you get that E flat. To bring you back to G. Brilliant stuff. If you've never heard Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow debut record, of course Ronnie James Dio is the man of the hour. It took the both of them. Without the two of them, it would have been none of that shit happening. And that's not to take anything away from the band, including the original band on the record, which never got to tour. But yeah, check them out. Please check that record out. It's as good as anything I've ever heard in my life. Absolutely. You give me Led Zeppelin 4 or Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. Personally, I'd take Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, just to give you an idea, not because it's about one or the other. But it's a serious record, and I wish more people knew about it. I love you guys. I love rock and roll. I love Ronnie James Dio. I love Randy Rhoads. And I like The Lord of the Rings, rocks, dogs, coffee, and girls. I like all kinds of stuff. What do you like? Tell me about it in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Guitars ruin lives, don't you forget it. Bye.